Are we live? We're live. How's everybody? Hope everybody's well on this Sunday night. I know my people in the Boston area are getting nasty snow. I am so sorry. I truly am. Our hearts and thoughts are with you. They're getting like 2 feet. It's gonna suck for them today. So we got warnings because our base for my job is in New York. So I got text today. Everybody's working from home over there. So be safe. Anyway, we were just talking about gaming things. But tonight, the subject is music, art, and mental health. And we all know that, I think, that most music and art is really good for mental health, right? I mean, even Johns
Most.
Hopkins promotes it.
I mean, I
Okay?
would say most, but some music and art might not be. Like
Exactly. What?
like heavy metal and Hieronymus Bosch.
Well, exactly to the point, right? There's things that can intensify negative emotions, I suppose. But hey, Jeremy, what's up? Um, I think that there's sometimes dark music helps me. You know, hey, Louie. But I guess it depends on the dark music. There's some I guess what you could call really dark music that hey Steven, that talks pretty badly, you know. If it's super negative, I'm thinking, Soundgarden, all the grunge, everything that ever came out of grunge could be said to be depressing, right? And they're
I
saying,
swear I don't have a gun.
right, well, that, rape me. How about that one? Or Black Hole Sun, or Blow Up the Outside World. That's a great one. He says, not that I ever would, but I'd like to blow it into hell and gone. I mean, but we've all felt that way, I think, at one time or another in our lives. You know, that you just like to stay inside your house and blow up the outside world. Screw them. You know? and so I can identify sometimes with those negative feelings, but I suppose that if it's too aggressive or talks about stuff like unaliving yourself, since we can't say that word on this platform, um, that kind of stuff. I think I don't know, there's so many genres and subgenres of heavy metal, and there's some really dark stuff in there, and I don't
Oh,
know those.
I
I
would
used
I would I would say emo is probably something I had to listen to lots of it today at work. So
That's what you were saying today.
I just like 6 hours of and then I sing with my whiny widow voice in my skinny jeans.
With my special haircut, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
yesterday's sing girls are today's Karens.
oh no. Oh my god. So that's the clientele that they have there, eh? Is emo, or they wouldn't
That
play
was
the
the
music so
manager.
much.
The manager was blasting it.
The
So
manager's
we listen.
emo.
We can listen to music, which is fine. But like that particular manager just loves his Hawthorne Heights. I don't know.
Right, right. Well, a lot of these, I'm looking at like talking points, right? Just to get something on the subject. And it was talking about like certain types of art and music that are detrimental to mental health, right? But some of these I would argue with loud, chaotic, or dissonant music. Um, that's supposed to make that's bad. I didn't know that. It makes me feel better sometimes.
I mean, it's catharsis. You know,
I like some. I love loud music,
like I'm
and
not
I
gonna
like some dissonant stuff too.
like I tell
So
you one thing I'd like to do is go to one of those rage rooms where you like beat up on like TVs and
they call
stuff
that
like that.
stress karaoke in Japan. They
Hey, I'm
do.
not
They give you
listening.
a bat and then like protective gear and put you in a room full of like glass antiques and get in mirrors and stuff. And you just
I'm not blasting Bach or Chopin. Uh,
it just doesn't
d-
seem
although I mean,
proper.
that might be an interesting experience. Blue Danube,
It would be
smash, smash,
very Clockwork
smash, smash.
Orange. It would be so Clockwork Orange, though, you know? You'd have to film it and then slow it down in slow motion. It would be art at that point. But is it negative? Let me go into chat and say hello to everybody. Hi, Louie. I know he said hello to you. Stephen, Frank Terzo, good to see you. Jen Sis, good to see you. Good to see you. Pookie's here.
Gary Hart's
Jeremy, good to see you.
art
Let's
of
see.
floundering.
Will D, what's up? If you're still here, hello. Thank you for coming. Gary Hubs is
Gary.
here. He's out with the family. I appreciate
Gary.
him coming. And I know a lot of people were up for Kurt Fest last night, which was awesome. Everybody, all the performers were amazing. Of course, the festivals stay up on that channel, so I would encourage you, if you didn't get to see it or didn't get to see some of it, go watch that. That was incredible. So good. Anyways, speaking of positive music that does help you through things, that was definitely a help. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is saying that can induce anxiety and stress,
Limey.
but Limey! He's stuffing his cake hole. Okay, bro, it's all good.
Stuffing your cake hole with what? Cake?
Cake or pie? Yummy. Ugh. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the dissonant music. If it's like just a constant dissonant note or a bad frequency or something, I can see that being brain damaging, like fingernails on a chalkboard. But
Or just like nonstop, like just that weird like kind of alarm clock sound you can get with a guitar where it's like ink, 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 ink.
Yeah. But I mean, like even I always like the feedback that. It's why Soundgarden was my favorite band forever. Is they would use the feedback, especially in the live shows, as a part of the music, and some people would be like, no, and I was like, yes, damage my hearing. Take me. I was like, I'll put my ear right up to their speaker, I don't give a shit. Run up there and throw my body on it. So I don't know, it might depend on the person, maybe.
Well, that's more musical, but like what I'm talking about is like it's like you hit like that. It's like almost like an octave, like you're hitting like an octave, but you're like hitting one note shorter, like and it's very dissonant.
Yeah,
and it sounds like an alarm, like it's
paper
just
finger. Yeah, I've created some really nasty sounds with an analog violin. Those suckers can squeak. Oh yeah. The squeak out of some of the violins, especially if you're teaching kids and they're first learning and they don't have enough rosin on the bow or they're just not hitting the string right. Oh.
Hey, Angela.
Hey Ange, what's up? That's pretty horrible. That's fingernails on a chalkboard.
Me just picking up a violin at all would probably just be nothing but screeches. I mean, I'm sure that violin, much like chairs, will squeak before I even go near it.
Yeah, it's easy to squeak a violin. Yes, you have to learn how to attack with the bow correctly, or it will that sucker squeak, and it's not pleasant. That's what I don't know. I used to get a lot of complaints. Violins are too squeaky when we were in school. You know, I told people I played the violin. They're too squeaky, blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut up. We had a buddy that we called Squeaks. He played the clarinet, but he always squeaked it. It's like, we're not the only ones that squeak. Screw you, squeakers. So, yeah, the squeaking and band instruments were always, pretty horrible. I don't know, has anybody ever heard, there's a song by Pat Metheny with the introduction that sounds like a school band and how badly out of tune they are. Because it sounds like every high school band, just totally bad and out of tune.
Or even worse, a fourth grade music class playing recorder.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It might not be really conducive to our mental health. Those poor parents, right?
There was a kid going down my street blasting his recorder. He's just tooting his foul head off. He's just like, and then he tripped and fell. And now, every time he talks, he squeaks.
Look who we have! Hey, Rhett, what's up?
Hey,
Balls.
Balls, my baby. Sorry, Justine. I'll get to your balls in a minute. I was just wishing you happy balls. Happy balls, Justine.
Happy balls, Rhett.
Happy balls. Is that like a holiday now? Balls.
It's going
happy
to
balls,
be now.
everybody.
Well, it's 2:22. We could make something up.
You know where that came from, right?
What?
You know where that came from, balls, right? I've always, whenever I've been under working on a car or a motorcycle and I, bust my fucking knuckles with the wrench.
Yeah.
Mom would be sitting out there and instead of saying fuck, she'd be like, find another word. So I'd be like, balls, mother, balls. So balls is mine.
It's I suppose would be less offensive for your mom. Yes, I have creative swear words too.
She was pretty broke in by the time she left. By the time she zoomed off,
right? She was pretty used to it.
No, I've never been able to make it on. I've always had something going on, and I was feeling halfway decent, so I thought I'd pop on here for a bit.
Well, cool. So we're just talking about art, music, and mental health, and I was talking about trying to. I mean, we know that most music and art and the stuff that our community does positive, but are there things that aren't positive? And some of the talking points I was arguing with, like dissonant music, I kind of like some dissonant music. But then we were talking about, like high school bands. That's not pleasant. When you listen. I don't know if anybody has heard that Pat Metheny thing. I forgot which album. I'm not. My ex was a huge jazz fan.
I don't know though. Like my high school marching band did Kashmir once, so that was cool. Like to hear them busting out, dun da 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 da
yeah.
Like it's just like, oh yes, like the fucking big drums and shit. They're just doing the whole. Everyone's got their cymbals. It's just the big, like they were really doing it like just.
And it depends on the high school band. I know. I remember my stepson. His high school band was like award winning, so they were really super disciplined. And then they did a whole Star Wars theme one night. Kurt and I went, and it was cool. And that's back when Jordan played French horn. Poor kid hated it, but.
Yeah, getting stuck on French horn. I they tried to do that, but I was like, man, my lips are too big. And then I started thinking, who in the hell was the trumpet player? Was it Satchmo or who's Louis Armstrong? One of them guys. I mean, they were like,
Miles Davis.
Yeah, I mean, they all
Miles
had
Davis.
Yeah. And French horn was just like that. And then he said, "What about tuba?" And I'm like, "No, I want to play trombone."
Oh, okay, that's a cool instrument.
Yeah, I finally got on that.
My violin teacher, his original instrument was trombone. That's what he played originally, and then he moved to violin. Go figure. Isn't that an odd transition?
Well, they're both like total, you got to be good with intonation because there's no positions on a trombone
Right.
first. And I
Or
think
a violin.
seventh, you can kind of feel when you kind of get down there and your slide's about ready to fall off. Same thing kind of with like a violin, I mean,
Well, you get to the end of a fretboard, yeah,
you
there's
kind
only
of
so
find
far
home,
you
but
can
that's about it.
go. Right.
You get dizzy from like all the oxygen that you gotta use up to.
I had an uncle.
Constant.
I had an
Oh,
uncle
yeah.
that played the cornet, and he could play the Flight of the Bumblebee on that thing. That was messed up. My
Oh
Uncle Richard,
God.
he
Yeah,
could
I
play that.
remember we were doing a sunrise service, and I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's like getting ready to come up on like Easter Sunday, or they do
Okay.
that on like Palm Sunday, but anyway, it was called Easter Sun. Yeah, it was Easter sunrise service, and they had me and about four other guys go out there, and we were going to play something at the cemetery because that's where they had it.
Yeah.
And our old principal, oh God, she was out there. And me and Robbie, after we got done, I think it was taps we played. And
Oh,
after
okay.
we got done playing that, I looked at Robbie and I said, "Hey, let's do the horse race and starting thing."
Mhm.
We literally got in school suspension for playing, the thing they do before
Yeah.
the riders.
Yeah.
Give me your horse. Yep.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, we had some kids. It wasn't musical, but sort of it was. We had the entire swim team suspended one time because they all dressed like the cheerleaders and did a dance and then bent over and pulled the skirts up. And then I don't remember what it said, but it was something against the other team. It was a pep rally. And it was something against the other team. And it was like F them. And so that's what they got in trouble for. It wasn't the drag or the dance or anything. It was the swearing.
When you think about it, isn't it so goddamn stupid that, you get in trouble for words?
Yes,
it's
it
like-
was stupid because we all thought it was hysterical. It was like the best thing that anybody had ever done at a pep rally, and then they crapped all over it, I never went to them, and I went to that one because they made us, and then the swim team did that, and then after that, they just never enforced it.
Well, and that's it, man. When my boy came along, I mean, God, he'd get away with saying all kinds of shit around grandma. And I'm like, dude, man, I would have got my ass kicked.
Right?
And she was just like, yeah.
The way
I let my
see
kids
it-
swear. I don't care.
Got
The
it.
only thing I got out of him young though, because I didn't like him saying this when he was like 14 or 15, was the C word. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I can
Not
see
out of
that.
his mouth. I was like, you don't know how to wield that word yet. You don't get
Oh, I
to
don't
say it
know how to
yet.
do that word yet. I just will stay
Oh.
away from that one.
So with
Smack.
the school thing, as far as I'm concerned, the way I see it, anything worth getting in trouble is worth doing.
Well, that's
Anything
true.
you get worth getting in trouble for, is
Especially in
just
public
worth doing.
school.
Frank's hitting on
Okay.
me.
Anyway, I'm not a good influence. I'm terrible.
You see that,
What?
Justine? Frank's
What?
hitting on me.
Well,
Hey, Frank.
feel
Yes,
good.
excuse me.
You should be complimented. It's Frank Terza.
That's right. I didn't think about that.
That's right. What's wrong with you?
I'm just trying to read the chat. Everybody that said hi back. I can't.
Hey,
hardly
bird.
see.
I said hi in the chat, but I figured I'd announce
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's always nice. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
And people also interpretate music different. I mean, one person
Right.
hears a song and they get this out of it, and the next person gets a total another vibe out of it. It's kind of like reading a book, right?
Well, exactly. And how much of that is subjective? Like everybody knows I love grunge, and that's probably, I've heard it as criticized as some of the most depressing music out there. Well, but it makes me feel better because there's somebody else out there that felt that way, and even some even some like Wes Plays Music does all this. He does a lot of death metal type stuff, but it's amazing. To me, it's uplifting. I don't know.
I heard his stuff last night too. It's a little more. It's
Kitty.
it's put together well, and it's seems to me that, something I would say, it's still there's some, it's not the musicality of it. It's like it goes somewhere. There's actually voicings. That's the word I'm after. It has nice voicings, just not.
There's an actual melody.
Yeah, it's not
just
banging
screaming.
not banging
Right.
out on one chord.
It's
Right.
musical.
Yeah.
There is some of that stuff. It might be. I get what they're saying about like negativity and stuff because it's just and there's no like. There's some of it where that's added in with really nice melodies, and it can enhance it in ways.
But are they talking about the lyrics? That is,
Yeah.
pushing
Well,
more
they're
that
talking
trip?
about all that. They're talking about just dissonant music, and they're
Okay.
talking about negative lyrics. They were also saying, and this is funny to me because I'm sorry, this was me as kind of me as a teenager at times, using music to isolate oneself or avoid reality. I mean, well, duh.
Yeah.
All the
As a teenager, I
escapism.
did that. I don't think I do that now.
I mean, all music can be depressing. Jesus Christ. I mean, I could,
Depending.
Especially
Southern rock, and
especially music about Jesus Christ.
I'd look at some of the old country. It's like, God, it's like everybody's dying and crying in their beer. It's just,
So someone's always breaking up or always cheating on their girlfriend or their wife or their sister.
Well, it's like bad country music.
Yeah.
Bad country music.
the only thing I know about grunge, as far as like me, it's like, as far as engineering it or something or doing sound for it, it's pretty painful. Unless the venue is a decent size, because it's definitely not it. You got to do a certain thing to make it, to get the crowd going, and what the
Right.
band wants for their mix. So yeah, it gets pretty aggressive on you. If
Right,
you're
right.
doing like, especially if you got like a whole day of the shit, because
I can see that.
it's just almost like being around a power tool.
Right.
'cause
That constant drilling in your head.
yeah, it doesn't ever give up. That's just what it is. So that makes it hard for me. But as far as, I don't know, I kind of like everything.
Well, that's me too. I do too. I mean, I used to play classical music. There's still some I like. Not all of it. Some of it.
I like
was
about
ruined,
30
but-
seconds of classical, then I'm done.
Let's be
Well,
honest.
to go to sleep to, it's not bad.
Who wants,
And I'm
who wants
dead
to
serious.
Who wants to sit around and listen to nothing but happy music?
Well, that
I would
bumps me
lose my
out.
shit if it was just like sunshine, rainbows.
I kind of wish Dom was here because he feels the same way I feel about that. That shit's annoying. You know, like
fucking Christmas music is like borderline. It's both. It's
all
it's
that
so
Hanson
bipolar.
stuff, right? Bop. Jeremy does a great version of that. Jeremy, you do a great version of that, and you make me like that song. But by Hanson themselves, especially as little boys, it was like slap, 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 slap. It was so Disney. So yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Dom feels the same way. I know the Dom father feels the same way as I do.
Yeah, and it's like what I actually like and probably what I listen to, and I don't know, what I worked around is very commercial.
Okay.
So I mean, if it's on the radio, I'm out with somebody that's doing it, and so it's kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny because usually we're joking about it. You know what I'm saying? The guys working in the crew and stuff are making, usually snide jokes unless it's somebody that's really good. But it's like, yeah, it's some of it's so goddamn cheesy. It's like, holy shit,
Yeah, I was at a friend that redid a K-pop tune, and I liked her version better. But I'm not in. Oh, I guess it was J-pop. I'm sorry. I don't know the difference of that stuff. I don't listen to any of that K-pop, whatever.
Ain't that the shit with the cartoons?
It sounds like video game music.
Yeah, okay.
To me, and
It's
no
like,
offense to
oh,
anybody that
Japanese
listens
or
to it, if
Korean.
it helps you and you like it, God bless you. I don't like it. It sounds like a
It's-
video game to me.
It's
Popcorn.
Japanese emo.
Okay, yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's,
in a
Like,
lot
not
it's
my
like
thing.
emo, but in another language.
But isn't that stuff really hitting a lot of kids? I mean, that's, 13,
That's
I mean,
yeah.
kids getting into it, young age girls and stuff, sitting, I don't know, maybe that's equivalent to,
Hey, speaking of the devil, Domfather, what's up? Good to see you.
Well,
I
Hey,
think a
then,
lot of the kids listen to music that sounds like video game stuff because that's what they do.
I don't know, man. You know what's really weird? My boy's 26. He has been turning me on to more music than
Hey.
it's just, what he digs and finds is really, really, it's interesting. I mean, man, he really goes back into old folk and bluegrass and shit. And I'm like, dude, where in the hell are you finding this shit?
I think that it just depends again, like on the person, because my stepson likes to listen to old Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and stuff like that, you know? So he went back to like the 70s instead of listening to the video game stuff, even though he's a gamer.
Yeah,
Too. He's a
and me and
huge
my
gamer.
boy really connected with and listened to a lot. They were called Morphine.
Oh, I
And
love that band. That's one of my favorite bands. I got to
yeah,
see them.
yeah.
I got to
Oh,
see them
really?
live on a B stage at Pine Knob, which is up in Clarkson, Michigan. It's an outdoor venue, and it was at the Horde Festival, and they were on a
Okay.
B stage, and I was like 10 feet away from them with the two saxophones, and Mark Sandman on the bass. Oh, it was so good. Oh, hella. It was a good
And
show.
there's actually they got some soundtracks in The Sopranos.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I
Yeah,
used to have all their albums. I hope I rescued them.
yeah, because me and Ashton were sitting there one night and we'd been listening to it for a while, and The Sopranos were on, and I looked at him and I says, "Is that Morphine?" That is.
Oh,
But
such
yeah,
a
if
good
anybody's
band.
never checked them out, they're a good listen, man.
The band Morphine, the lead was a guy named Mark Sandman, who had a great voice. He's a bass player. It was bass, one man that played two saxophones at once. He was a big bearded dude, and a drummer.
What?
And
What, like
Aren't they all
like
dead?
from each nostril kind of thing, or
oh, he had him. He was just this huge guy, and he
the lung
He had him
capacity?
around his neck. I saw this
Gee.
live. So cool.
Flip
And him
that.
both in his mouth, like this.
That's okay.
And
That's
he blew him at the same time. It was amazing. The guy had lungs as big as a house.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kind of like reverse hookah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
he was badass, and he had this huge beard. It was cool. I mean, this was like
Jeez, man.
1993.
Aren't they all dead? Didn't
What's
he
that?
die? He's dead, isn't he? The lead singer.
Yeah, he died of cancer.
Okay.
Yep.
who
And
died?
all
What?
he died of cancer.
Who died? Who died?
Mark Sandman, the lead of
lead singer of
Morphine.
Morphine.
Yeah.
So are they like a rock band or blues rock
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were a 90s alternative band.
Oh, okay.
How I discovered him is there was this really cool channel, Frank Turzo, out of Canada, thank you, called 99X. It was 99.9 FM on the dial, and it was all alternative. And so, or 89X, sorry. It was 89.
We barely
0.9.
got that station in Toledo.
Yeah, but we
Just
got it in
barely.
Detroit. Like, it was huge here, and that's how we all found new music. It was all brand
Didn't they-
new
didn't
indie.
they
It was
turn
all
that into
indie.
They turned into a country station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bless their
But
hearts.
not good country. It's like it was like WWWW here.
Yeah,
had,
that's the thing. Like when I first found out about the,
WWW.
Yeah, they turned a
World Wide
rock
Web?
station. They turned one of the coolest rock stations into 4 Ws. It was country and western. Two kinds of music.
It was like the zone or something like 89X the zone.
I don't remember. After the indie music died, I stopped. I was like, I'm
yeah,
done.
because we used to have an XFM in the UK, and that was all alternative as well. I think it was like a more London-based one, but if you're close enough, you can still get it, obviously. And yeah, because like when I first found out about the CMA like years ago, I was all like, "Oh, cool!" And then it was about the same time that I started to go off of like really commercial country and more into like folk and alternative country and stuff. And I was just like, after a while, I was just like, this, I can't watch this anymore. This is so much rubbish.
You know, I'm a huge bluegrass fan. Like so like a lot of different stuff. In fact, we got guys from Green Sky Bluegrass coming here soon, and I want to go see them. And I love that music. That's my roots. That was my grandfather. So that's good stuff. You know, that to me is real country music.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
stuff like Johnny Cash or Waylon Jennings. That's good. I'm not a country music hater. I love good country music.
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
this
any
pop-
genre.
I don't like any.
There's plenty of rock and metal that's rubbish and commercial and stuff as well.
Oh,
And it's
don't
like,
even get
if
me
you're not into
started.
the genre, all you see is the chart stuff, and then you get like a bad impression of the genre overall. If you make
Right.
me big for a second, Justine, you can see my profile picture. I chose this because of the negative effects sometimes music can have on your. Oh, you can't see it. It says,
The
given the
rise
rise
of-
of self-driving vehicles, it's only a matter of time until there's a country song where the guy's truck leaves him.
Totally. I know. Oh, there. Okay, so we used to get a lot of pirate radio here in Detroit. If you dialed enough in between the tss, you could find them. And so that was our hobby. And so we found this one. I remember I was
My God.
driving with my friends Mark and his girlfriend at the time, Stacy. And I was sick. I was in the back seat, and they were driving me from up north in Alpena, seeing my boyfriend at the time. And they found this pirate radio station, and the country, it was a gag country music song. And it was, my head hurts, my feet stink, and I don't love Jesus. Oh, Lord, it hurts. And so I'm like, I got a fever in the back, and this is playing. And his girlfriend singing at the top of her lungs, my head hurts, my feet stink. And I'm like, I'm done. Kill me. Roll me out the door. Hey, Eddie, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah.
You know,
it's
this goddamn
silly
cat
shit.
knows I'm doing something.
Of course.
Never.
They
If I pick her up anymore, she's getting old. She used to be by me all the time, but
She's really pretty.
She's gotten really like independent, you know. And she was down here biting the hairs on my leg and just going. and
Let me
now
up.
she's down. I don't know. It's either because I'm hearing I'm talking,
Yeah.
or I have the guitar. She doesn't like the guitar either.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, yeah.
I'm
Jealousy.
surprised that my
Maybe you
cats
like
haven't
yours tastes like
appeared
tuna.
yet.
Where
They
are your
will.
kitties?
They're around. They're probably in the bedroom way upstairs right now, and as soon as they wake up and get active, they'll start running around. You'll see the little black one with her tail swirling back here. Something
I
will
just fall out of a chair.
I don't know.
I
I'm
heard
okay.
something crash.
I did
You
too.
there, Limey?
Oh yeah, that's me. I was just trying to save something from falling because my cat's like yours is trying to like attention seek basically.
Destroy something.
It
Yeah.
didn't
Trying to
sound
get
like
my nap.
Well,
Speaking of
I
cats,
have no cat issue here. I have a dog who's upstairs who doesn't do anything.
do yours like? Do you have yours on your schedule, Justine?
yeah, as best I can. You know, I actually, I wake up really early during the week, like 6:30 in the morning. So that messes me up on the weekend because at 6 o'clock, 6:30, I have cats jumping on my head, walking on my bladder.
Yeah, I can't hardly do the late nights anymore. It's just like it just absolutely kills me. I've been out of it long enough that it's like
It's hard.
I got enough
Hey,
problems with
you-
sleep.
Thank you.
It was I hosted Kurt Fest last night. And it was awesome. But yeah, the 4 o'clock in the morning things, I'm glad it's Sunday the next day and I can I basically wake up at 8 o'clock. I get 4 hours of sleep. I watch streams until Valerie's done at 3, and then I go back to sleep for 2 hours, and then I get up and do all the work for the stream, and that's my day.
You should put up Hugh's comment.
What is it?
Yeah. There we go.
Frank
Stratocaster.
Stratocaster.
Catster. Stratocatster. I like that.
Did I send you your picture? I drew pictures last night when I was in bed. I had my sketch pad out and I was drawing everybody as they would come up. So I didn't have a whole long time to sketch everybody because they were only up, a few minutes. I got Hugh. I did him.
Oh, cool.
I don't
That's
think I did Frank. I did you, but I can't find it, Justine. I didn't give you no parts like I did you. I kept you normal.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear. Speaking of which,
It's great if you give her extra parts.
There's-
This is random
there's
parts.
art too that can be negative, right? I was just reading about that. There's art that can be, but I would argue about that too. There's some like negative art I've posted from Pinterest that I don't know. Some people might think it's negative. I think it's healing. Like
Yeah, I think
things
just-
about my grief and stuff like that I've found on there that really explain it, in my opinion, better than just words. And I've posted those things on Instagram with credit because I respect artists. And some people are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. This is helping." Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, I had that when in the lead up to Halloween, I started posting loads of songs to do with Halloween, and somebody messaged me going, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "It's nearly Halloween. It's just like this is all Halloween stuff."
No.
Is it possible that I can feel more than one emotion at a time and not be bipolar as well?
Mhm.
Like
Right, I'm
maybe
sure that
maybe
you
like I want to listen to heavy music that's angry because I'm actually in a good mood, but the beat
Yeah.
just
It's
makes
just like
me-
the
just makes
energy.
me go,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes I listen to the same song and it's because I'm really happy and bouncing off the walls, but it's like got energy. And there's other times
Yeah.
where it's I want to punch the wall and I'm listening to the same song, but it's hit me, excuse the pun, completely differently depending on the mood, on context even. Context
There's
is
a-
important.
Exactly. There's this Soundgarden tune that's called Drawn Flies. Sitting here like uninvited company, wallowing in my own obscenity, share a cigarette with negativity. That song makes me feel good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard
Oh.
driving music, and it's like,
Didn't you say earlier, Justine, that even if it's negative like that, the fact that somebody else has felt that enough that they've then put it to music, and whatever medium it's in, like you say, like art, like drawings or paintings, or because I'm sure some people could look at Ojisan's paintings
right?
and say,
Perfect.
"Oh, they're really
yes.
negative." But I've caught him at least once saying, "Oh, this painting is part of like a grief process." And other
Exactly.
people can identify with that, or they might just like the horror movie genre or whatever. So again, like depending on context, what the viewer brings to something, the listener brings to something is not as important as what the artist intended, but it can be. Because sometimes as well, I'll say to people, "Oh, this poem says this to me," and they go, "Oh, that isn't what I intended at all," but I can see how you interpreted that way. And that still works for me. So yes, that
And that's
interplay
even-
between the artist and the experiencer can be quite interesting as well.
And that I've done papers on this about how, okay, so the artist may have had an intention in the piece of art, whatever that may be, but what makes it even more interesting and adds to that piece is what other people interpret through that.
Yeah,
It's a value add, I suppose, if you were to use some jargon, right? It adds to the I don't know, the meaning, or it bulks it up. It makes it even bigger than the artists themselves. in a
yeah,
way.
because the experiencer can be adding a dimension that the artist didn't intend, but like you say, it still works. Like, yeah,
Well, yeah, I think that Chris Cornell talked about that too, about the, sometimes the meaning of his lyrics, like, he wrote Black Hole Sun, and he told in an interview that it was basically what do they call it? It's just free flow writing. He just started
Oh, stream
writing.
of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That he wrote that in a stream of consciousness writing. He was actually on mushrooms at the time.
Yes.
And he just wrote it. It was like it just
Potentially unavoidable at that point.
yeah, and it just came out of him like, taking a poop.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
It's also called automatic writing as well.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I like this idea that sometimes there are ideas in the universe that are just waiting for somewhere to land. And that can explain how sometimes you get like exactly the same invention invented in China and then somewhere else in the world when the two countries didn't talk to each other,
Right.
like a few hundred years ago. And you're like, oh, that's weird. How did these like two people, two different continents, never communicated, have the same idea around the same time?
Well,
And,
there's like the pyramids in South America and the pyramids in Egypt.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of stuff like that, in Jungian's collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness and all that. There's like that. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
He said did a lot of work with that.
How about like
Like,
identifying with art, even though it's negative, and there's that feeling of not being alone, and
yeah. I
somebody
feel the
else has
same
maybe
way.
been able to write down how or express how you feel in a way that you wouldn't necessarily have occurred to you, but then helps your own like healing process as a result.
I'm
You're
gonna
like,
give you a
oh, I
spanking.
hadn't thought of seeing it that way, and now that I've experienced that art, that's helping me process my own
There's this-
grief or process my own like feeling, whatever it is about this thing. Like I'll process the fact that I feel like a failure or whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's this one artist I found either on Facebook or IG. They draw mental health diseases. So it, bipolarism or any type of cluster B, like borderline or something like that, and it's haunting. And yeah,
There's
they're
like sleep paralysis demons. And stuff.
it's
yeah.
cool though. So I liked what Jeremy says here. An Elton John quote: "If someone else is suffering
Yeah,
enough to
that's
write
good.
it down, when every single word makes sense, it's easier to have those songs around."
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'd like to find that artist. I'm gonna try.
Oh, who's the artist that does the drawings that you mentioned?
That's what I'm gonna try to find.
Oh,
his
okay.
name.
Because I'm thinking I might have seen their stuff, but it was years ago, just like in a post or something. Oh, your cat's changed color, but
That's Bobcat.
Chameleon cat.
how many do you have?
7.
Supply me.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm a dog person. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I can tell you that
Oh, his
find
name's Sean
cat-
Cross. I found it. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna share it here.
I had a friend who had like 30 or 40 or 50 or I don't even know.
yeah, I'm not quite there, but man, they are really cool animals, man. I just
Yeah.
like that
Are they fixed? At
one,
least.
one isn't, the other ones are. And he's too old, he can't get it up. But
Comes to us all.
Kitty Viagra.
yeah, I've got a pretty good eyeball on it. God, they're small. He looks like a fucking Crayola. But no,
Is that like before or after it's been sharpened too many times?
oh, you know what? And I also need a new. I'll try to find your picture, Justine, send it to you. And I didn't do good on your fucking glasses, but because I kept on breaking my lead, and my pencil wouldn't sharpen last night. And then somebody else came on after you did, so I didn't have your head to look at to draw. I
Oh,
had
no
to do you
problem.
really quick.
You just got the neck.
So
and
I
the
was a quick
shoulders
sketch.
down.
I gotcha. No, that's all
See, I
good.
did know naughty parts.
Oh well, I
You just,
appreciate.
you just
Thank
got
you.
the shoulders and the neck, like no head. It was just.
God, I'm surprised. There's some people in the community should kill me for some of my artwork I've sent them.
So here's the artist I found that does the mental health
Oh, that's cool.
sketches.
That's good.
His name's Sean Cross. So here's anxiety disorder. I mean, it's fresh. His art is really cool. It's all ink.
Yeah.
There's borderline personality disorder
Mm.
in process. I use those pens. Those microns are amazing.
For drawing.
Yes,
Fucking
yes.
You know,
silly.
I used to draw a lot when I was young, and I was actually fairly decent at it. And now I can't do a straight line to save my ass. So I sketch with pencils, and I'm kind of doing like, you can fuck up a pen. I mean, and I'm not good like you guys, but you can fuck up a pencil drawing and damn near wiggle a dog into a cat if you work
Yeah.
long enough.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, because it's lead. And,
And
so you can manipulate it with erasers and, stubs and all that stuff.
yeah, I
That
go to
is
bed
fun.
and my hands are like
Charcoal,
black.
too.
When I was in high school, like I would go all out with my drawings. I even like saved some of the pencil shavings to kind of like add textures when I like
Cool.
rub it into
Oh,
the
cool.
pencil
That's really cool.
graphite to like add texture.
I was like
And stuff,
charcoal
like-
for that,
Yeah.
the Vine charcoal stuff, and I'd like to rub it through, and the chalk pastels. I'm still a huge fan, so like when I use that stuff, my hands are full of, but I love it. It's like finger painting.
You know,
My
pencil
drawing
drawing,
teacher.
kind of like
my
writing a song or mixing. I got to move really fucking fast. Like when I'm mixing or doing sound or something, out on the road, we don't have a lot of time. And it's like if I draw it out, I'll have one foot that looks right and the other one that I'll just like not draw the foot because I can't. It like
Yeah,
I lose the ability to draw.
I had
my thing.
I
Oh,
had-
go ahead, E. I'm sorry.
So I had so my drawing teacher didn't like it though when I started pushing the boundaries even further and started lighting my drawings on fire. In class, I was going for the burnt look. Okay,
That's where they like
Look,
drew the line.
I did
Well,
my
I had
coursework. I can't mark that. What are you talking about?
I had a
Like a
friend-
little pot of ash.
In high school, he was a great artist, like really great, but he never wanted to follow directions. But in this case, the teacher was just getting frustrated with the kid, and I think she just didn't want to deal with him anymore. But what he did wasn't that bad. She was making us draw this old tricycle and then making us move position, and then in the same drawing, drawing it from another position. So you had to like integrate it with the first position. So what he did, he didn't really do that assignment. He drew it in 3 separate different positions and then drew knights on them jousting each other. Which I thought was cooler. I was like, that is so cool. It's so funny. It's so neat.
That's
It was
art. That's pushing it. That's doing something different.
It
like,
was really creative and cool, and she was just pissed. She was so.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm giving you an F. And he's like, why? I did the assignment. She's like, it's not integrated. She was
it's
not
not
a
really
nice
cute.
person.
I never liked when assignments were too demanding. I get like with drawing, because like you're trying to learn techniques, if
Yeah.
you want to be really good and stuff. But I mean,
Yeah.
come on, it's high school.
It was
And,
too
you know-
restrictive. She was being too hard on him. He was beyond anybody in that. He didn't need to learn. He already knew all that.
She was probably
perspective and all
jealous,
that.
man. She probably
it
had
could have
something-
been. I think so. Like when you get a kid in the class and he's a hot shot, and that's what he was, and he really. The kid was already doing album covers at 14. Local bands were asking the kid to do their album covers.
I
So
was doing some like those old school kind of style was it caricatures, like the ones you see like the Aerosmith style, like Pink Floyd, all the big drippy
Oh yeah.
features and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Uh-huh.
I was doing those like in high school, and
Nice.
stuff like that, and like so we had to do like portraits of other people, and so I would just do some of those, and the teacher didn't like that much because I gave one kid a really fat head and a big ass, like eyebrow, and so it's like you're supposed to draw what you see.
Hey,
Like
Brad.
that's what I saw.
Hey, Treach.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
it's all I see is just the forehead. So
So I mean, is that like? But is that like negativity? Is that like this stuff that I'm showing here? To me, that's amazing that somebody like envisioned dependent personality disorder into this. That's cool, albeit slightly disturbing, and maybe somebody else would find it somewhat offensive,
would
I
make
suppose.
some-
I don't know.
those
That's
would make for some really cool magic cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see two things. Are we supposed to be doing that? I see like a bird beak coming out of the belly, and then I also see it looking like a pecker.
No, I don't know if that's what we're doing, but okay.
Are we doing the ink blot? This is
No,
fun.
it's not a Rorschach test.
That's
And on
that's
that
interesting
note-
though, because like with art, it can be ambiguous, but then at the same time, you can see how these really fit the illnesses that they're describing. And
Right.
again,
it-
like somebody could look at that who's not like they're not really into novels or films or whatever, and they'll look at that and it will just hit, connect with it straight away.
it's
it's
comic
interesting to me
booky.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's interesting to me as well. Like they all do look like ghosts or wraiths or demons or whatever. And in the
Yeah.
past, we would have
H.R.
said
Geiger.
that people were possessed. So it's interesting
Right.
that these are coming out in these
Very-
ways as well.
Very.
It also kind of brings out like the tripping side of me.
Yeah,
Because that
It's-
picture, actually, I see things when I'm looking at that. I know the chat, Q. I'm seeing things, baby. No, but I actually am seeing shit looking at that.
Yeah.
Different things.
Right,
that-
different
so
things coming
it's-
out of it.
Yeah, and God, that'd be fun to do some DMT and look at that. Oh, mother.
Yeah, there's some that artist in particular. Sorry, Jinx. My cat was trying to climb onto
I'm
my
on screen.
desk.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna wonder if I can
Um,
do that. I want to screen cap this picture.
Yeah,
Bitsy,
that's
get off of the tube.
Sean
Oh, I'll be right
Cross.
back.
I think they're on. He's on Instagram, and I
Very-
think I found him on Facebook. He's got whole books of these he sells. It's really cool. I
very
totally recommend.
very H.R. Geiger.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
totally
Like
influenced by horror, and
Alien Predator kind of.
my
Yeah.
style of art is very comic booky. I don't do I'm not like a realist. I'm not, like Picasso was a master at realism before he invented cubism, right? I'm no Picasso. I like to do stuff like this, or like not work, or just weird stuff too. So this is right up my alley. I love things like
actually, it
that.
reminds me of a cartoon series when I was younger that was called "Stop It and Tidy Up," and it was all like phrases your parents would say to you, but they were drawn as cartoon characters.
Oh,
So
nice.
so like there was one called Brush Your Teeth. So he was like a big yellow dude that came to like a pinhead, and he had like a massive beaming white smile. And then Stop It and Tidy Up, I think, was like a busy red thing that zipped around. So just really good. So I this like anthropomorphization of things I think is really cool. Like
Here's another. Speaking of cartoons, Limey, you just
Hmm.
reminded me of something. So when I was growing up,
my mate bought
Matt
me one of these.
Groening did the Life in Hell series. So before
Yeah.
The Simpsons, right?
Yep.
There was this. It's not showing.
But you can still see it's his style, can't you? Like you can
yeah,
still
let me
see
try
that like
to-
there's Bart's face,
Goes in
like the one on the
another-
left there. Like you can sort of see Bart's eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me try to get a better image. There's a whole
Yeah, I think my mate bought
strip.
me at least one of those. They're really good.
And then let me just I'm gonna reshare. So I'm gonna exit out there. I'm gonna reshare because there's a whole strip. Me and Kurt used to cut these out of a paper called the Metro Times here in Detroit and stick them in our locker because they were so awesome. And there was like one bunny had one ear It was great. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is cool. And then they had Akbar and Jeff, the
Oh
guys.
God,
Here, I'll
yeah.
show you Akbar and Jeff. They're awesome.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those
Um,
guys. The
let's
like,
see.
don't they look identical in fezzes? If I remember rightly.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. I love them.
yeah.
And they are gay. So it's all that, it's like a commentary on that whole thing
Mm,
back in the day. This
mm.
is it showing the right thing? No. I wanted it to show this. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Pro
Uh-oh.
streamer sharing. Cat,
Sorry,
get
it
off
was
of
my
me
cat.
right now. I'm trying to do
I
something.
don't have this is my invisible
There, I
nose.
don't know if you guys can see Akbar and Jeff over here.
Oh yeah, on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the right. So the two guys with the big noses and the fezzes. It's Jinxie. Good God, woman. You have the cat
Cat's
in one
taken
hand.
over.
Cat in one hand and take the mouse in the other here. I love it when it leads you to a website that doesn't have that image. God, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I see all the time like the preview for the Google search, like 2 or 3 lines of text. I go to the thing and it's not there. And
Here
I'm
we
like,
go. There's Akbar and Jeff. That's a little bit better.
Yay.
You can see him.
oh, he's naked.
He's naked.
And then his jumper looks like Charlie Brown's jumper
Here's
as well.
Yeah, here's the bigger one. He's telling him to stop that. And he said, well, I tried, and he gets up and he joins them. Stuff like that. Like, I remember this, where the big bunny looming, the bunny dad, and the kid with the one ear says mistakes were made. we used to tape these up in the locker all the time. We just thought this was great. Here's a group picture. And then, yeah, that was Matt Groening before The Simpsons. It was good stuff. But I mean, they're saying, is that negative? Did that is that what made me cynical? Or is it the fact I'm Gen X? Or is it the fact that Gen X is cynical because stuff like that was out? I don't know.
You know what's been around for quite some time that is like the pinnacle of cynicality and parody and satire. Well, it's not around anymore, but it was. It was huge. Mad Magazine.
Oh, one of my favorites. I love Mad. I used to collect it. I might still have some of my old Mad magazines. I might.
When I have the year 2000, when the turn of the century.
Yeah.
Mad Magazine. I have that issue still. I kept that one for sure because I was like, you'll never see that again.
Oh, so many artists that have passed away that you don't see it in there. And do they still, I think they still publish Mad, but it's just not the same.
They actually published their last issue a couple of years ago.
Oh, heartbreaker.
When did that start?
Like the 50s, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
mate, that's a long time to be going.
There's a whole history.
Was it like continuously publishing sort of thing?
Yes.
It wasn't one of these where it had a break for 3 years.
It was a monthly periodical.
Right.
Yeah, and it was
Spy
versus
huge. Spy, man. That was in 1952 it started.
Right.
So,
no,
it's still in existence. As of 2026, the publication is in its 74th year of existence.
Well, they don't print it anymore, though. I think it's still just
must be digital, just like everything else.
So
but
I gotta get
it's a huge EC Comics. The EC
I gotta
Comics
get
line.
this repaired because like Alfred E. Newman's drunk now.
Hold up. Let me get rid of this.
I was going to say,
so we can see it. Yeah, make you big.
Into there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
cool.
So
why me worry? I love it. That's cool.
So my 5th grade teacher actually bought this for me.
Oh,
because
that's cool.
back in the day, he would confiscate my Mad magazines for
Aw.
a lunch period or two. Just every day, like, hey, you got a Mad magazine?
He'd read
for me?
them.
Yeah,
He'd read
No.
them. I know he
Yeah.
was reading them. Oh, that's
And then he
funny.
gave me this.
No, you'd give them back, I hope.
It was yeah.
I
it
hope
was,
so too. Yeah.
It's like
That's
it's
nice.
one of those things. It's like generations. Between generations, like Mad Magazine was something like because my dad got me into that. That you could blame him
Crazy,
for
though.
it.
That's 75 years. That's impressive. I mean, because I know about Mad. Like, I've seen the odd bits here and there, and I always thought, oh, that looks good. But yeah,
This
I didn't realize
is
it'd been going
my-
quite that long.
Huh, that's
What
long
I'm going to
time.
show you right now, I had these guys, but they melted in my fire. So if I can find the little statuettes of these dudes
Oh,
right there, Spy
Oh,
versus
recognize
Spy.
those as well.
I had them, and then what they could do, they moved. They had a little trigger in the back of them, like right here, and they could throw, and they had little objects. So they had like a firecracker and a bomb and like different things, and it was
And they'd lob 'em.
hysterical. And so you could like get them to lob stuff at each other.
Yeah. There was
really cool.
I think it was like there was a Nintendo. I think there was a Game Boy game for it. But like
Spy
Yeah, I
versus
remember-
Spy.
the Mad TV theme song for that is permanently like I remember that shit. Down, 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 down,
Mad
down,
TV.
down.
Mad TV
Down,
was great.
down, down, down,
There were so many good Mad Magazine artists.
hey guys, I need to get going.
Oh, okay. Dude,
Thank you for
thanks for
having-
coming up, Rhett.
Yeah, thank you for having me
It was
on.
good
nice
having
to meet
you.
you.
You're always welcome. Hey, Edward. You're always welcome, Rhett. I'm glad you joined us.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
We liked your kitties, too.
Yeah. I like watching E choke on weed smoke. That was pretty entertaining.
Happy Sunday. That's what we do. we don't care. This is,
See you guys, man. Thank you.
thanks,
Catch
Rhett.
later.
Talk to you later, man. It's cool. But there's so many. Sergio Aragonés is. I'm a huge fan of Sergio Aragonés. I like Spanish artists, Spanish, Mexican,
Was he
Latino.
did,
I don't know
um,
why, but I do.
Did the Black Eyed Peas cover some of his stuff?
Sergio
that-
Aragonés.
yeah.
He's an artist.
Oh, he's an artist. not
He's a
musician.
Mad
beg pardon.
Magazine artist, and he did this whole series. I remember I used to have I might still have them in my garage. I have my collectible comics I saved from the house. He did this whole series on the Dia de los Muertos and what the culture was, and he did it all in cartoon, and it
Is
was
that
really
Day of the Dead?
cool. Yeah.
Right.
It's a whole, it's an ancestral thing. Like leftover
he's-
ancestral worship type thing. But
He's Cuban. He was Cuban, and that's where the whole Spy versus Spy
Yeah.
thing came from. Was
So
was the
he's-
Cold War
he's the guy that did that, and he's just
or Cuban
genius.
Missile Crisis.
I don't know what it is,
Oh,
but
okay.
I love Frida Kahlo.
That's
I
interesting.
love, there's so many cool Spanish
And then-
artists. Joya, that
Then there
I
was-
don't know, appeal to me.
Then there was the all the illustrations.
There
At
it
some
is.
point, like they started doing they were doing like margins, like little
Oh, yeah, good.
little comics were on the margins, on the covers, on the inside of the magazine. Like it was like little Easter eggs that you would find, just on.
Oh, cool.
Mhm. I used to have this one.
Yeah, that
This
shit's like
was
that's
a
the
certain
acid,
artist.
the
Yeah.
acid style.
This was the
drawings.
EC comic era in the 50s. It was really big, just like really gross, exaggerated faces. Like, here's something dissonant, right? But it's so gross, you almost
And then-
enjoy it.
And then there was celebrities death betting odds
There it
or
is.
cause
There's the
of
whole
death.
one.
It was
Basil
like the,
Wolverton's
last-
the artist.
It was like the last page, and it was like every month it would be a different celebrity and how they bet that the person would die.
Here. Yeah. So
Is
here's
this,
another.
did you say EC, like E for Echo, C for Charlie?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
EC Comics. EC
And there
Comics.
was-
Never heard of EC Comics because DC and Marvel is about the only ones I've heard of. So
I have the actual. Well, it was like a reprint, but I have a reprint of the first Mad magazine.
Just to
and it
explain,
was-
it originally stood for educational comics, but then it
Right.
was rebranded as entertaining comics.
right, yeah.
Okay, it was founded by Max Gaines in the 1940s, actually.
I think it's
Oh,
still
okay.
on YouTube. There
After
is
World
actually,
War II, like
So
47.
it didn't take long to because if Mad started in 50s, it didn't take long to switch from educational to entertainment.
to entertainment.
So what does
exactly.
DC Comics stand? What does DC stand for in DC Comics?
Let's see. What is I used to know this.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
because I'm
is
thinking, I
still
wonder
free.
if I've heard it before, but I can't think what it is.
Detective Comics. It's just a name.
Oh,
Detective Comics.
I-
But yeah,
there's
the Mad magazine was specifically an EC Comics. So okay, I was gonna go to
There's
one of my
a-
favorite artists. Oh, okay. So then this led to like into the underground comics of the '60s, Zap Comics, R. Crumb, Spain Rodriguez, and that's where I'm gonna go. I actually
Oh.
met this guy. He is
I
a
posted-
cool dude.
I posted
This
in
guy's a pro.
the chat, in the studio chat, a link to a documentary that is currently free
cool.
on YouTube Movies about Mad Magazine called "When We
nice.
Went Mad," and it's a
Oh.
good watch.
Oh,
About
That's
2
really
hours
cool.
of really,
oh,
You
I'm
can
just
use
really
queuing it
cool,
up.
like.
Should post that in the chat. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Thanks, E.
Yeah,
And
that's
it,
super
it,
cool.
it,
Nice.
it gives you the history, like about how like William Gaines's father started the whole, the whole
right,
company,
the whole
and
EC
how he
Comics
took it
thing.
over, and how it
Really
became
cool.
it became the bane of every conservative parent's existence.
Yep, yep. In the 50s, that was subversive stuff. You know, like okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of subversive, which here we go. So is this damaging? Hey, Live to Fly. I don't know. I enjoy this. So this bro is a bro. And I met him at a comics convention, and his name is Spain Rodriguez. And he did a lot of Zap comics. In fact, I took some of my collection to this man. Him and S. Clay, a guy named S. Clay Wilson, also another underground comics artist. He's a good old boy. S. Clay. Spain's a cool, he's a cool Spanish dude. And I'm standing there, and I gave they would sign it, give him my $20, and they would sign your books, and I gave him these Zap comics, and he's looking through this, and he's giggling like a madman, like he, and then he looks up at me and goes, "Where the hell did you get these? Did you know these were banned?" I said, "Huh?" I said, "No, sir." I said, "I bought them here at the comic book convention 2 years ago." I had explained a guy had gotten them off of an estate sale off a gentleman that passed, and he got them, and I got the whole lot of it for $150. It was like a whole huge lot of Zap comics, and they were in perfect condition. So he was signing me. He's like, "These are banned. I haven't seen these in like 50 years." He was like, "Oh my God." And he's signing every page that he had done, that he had drawn. So I still have that book. I still have the books that he
Cool.
signed. He's a cool, generous guy. I ended up giving him a bunch of weed too that day.
So they
It's
were
funny.
banned after they were printed or something.
Yeah, they were banned because of the content. They were released
Yeah.
in, the mid to late 60s, and I'll show you some of this stuff. So
And is
this
this
is
from-
some of the more tame things. Here's Trash Man.
So
He
this
did
isn't
this.
from Mad Magazine now. This is
No, this is now I'm going into 60s underground, because what
Oh,
the
okay.
EC movement largely did is spawn this. They spawned 60s underground comics.
right.
And it also inspired music, and that's also kind of what I want to tie in here, is that art and music to me go hand in hand, right? I mean, album covers, like all the Yes
Oh,
album
you're
covers.
talking about like picture art specifically,
Yeah.
like paintings or drawings or
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any type of visual art, right, goes with
Yeah.
music.
Hi,
I
Laurie.
think.
Laurie.
And Laurie, what's going on? Yay. So, like R. Crumb did the album cover to Janis Joplin and the and Big Brother and the Holding Company, A Little Piece of My
Huh?
Heart.
Oh,
So that
What-
he was a huge.
what are
he's
you
one of my
whispering?
favorites.
Oh, I was just saying hi to Lori real quick.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to
You don't have to. You
talk
can yell
over
us.
Justine.
You
Yeah,
can yell
sorry.
over me. I don't
It's always,
care.
I want to say hello to people, and it's like, but somebody's talking. I don't want the people in chat to think I'm ignoring them.
This is one of the Zap comics I have right here. If it would just show me a big.
That looks like a robot.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't.
It's like a robot potentially with a mohawk.
Yeah, it's just a crazy looking robot
Yeah, no, I think
with
it's cool.
wings and a mohawk. Yeah, he's really
So,
cool.
so
I had that. I
once
have that.
comics
You-
became a commercial
can you
option,
drag-
people then wanted to start, like you say, like doing their own thing. Because like we had, you have zines in the States, right? Like underground magazines and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, not. I
So
don't
this
know
is
as
like
much
the-
as we used to. I have this
Yeah.
in a piece of art. I have this in a print that he signed. I still have this. I actually rescued this from the old house, and
So
he
were these,
signed
were
it.
these released more as like each series was done by a different group of people, or were there like how publishing houses like there was in the commercial end of things?
All independent. So these
Yeah.
were all underground, independent.
You just
Comics.
do it yourself,
It was
kind of thing.
literally Zap Comics, right? And
Right.
it tended to be the same artist. So Spain Rodriguez as Clay
Oh, right.
Wilson.
So like artists,
Crom.
collectives doing it for themselves, kind of thing, and
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
okay,
here's
cool.
R. Crumb. R. Crumb's a huge. I'm a huge fan of R. Crumb as well. I
is this where the
just
Furry Freak
reclaimed a
Brothers would
poster.
have come from?
What's that?
Is this where the Furry Freak Brothers would have started?
Yes. Very. Very. Yeah. They would
They're
definitely
the only
be part
example I can
of
really
that.
think of right now.
Now they
Well-
didn't do Zap or anything. They did their
Yeah.
own. He did his own comics. So
And that
like
was
Fat
it,
Freddy's
just-
Cat.
yeah.
That's another great one.
But it would have been around this kind of time, right? Because
Yeah,
I was
maybe
I was in
70s,
Camden-
kinda
I was
after
in
it.
Camden in like the late 90s, and I was seeing Furry Freak Brother T-shirts and stuff like that, and I only knew of them because a couple of my mates knew of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and I've
Yeah.
heard of
No,
Fritz
I
the
used to
Cat as
collect
well.
those too.
Yeah, Fritz
So,
the Cat.
Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers.
Who is
I had an old boyfriend that collected these, right? He was a huge Freak Brothers fan. There they are. And there's Fat Freddy's Cat. Right there. They're all, you know, stoners.
I've never read of it. It's just that I've heard of them because of my mates. There's a song that mentions them, and I've seen pictures like this on like say T-shirts and stuff like that. But I've never actually
Yeah.
read any of it. So
Oh, I used to read it all the time. It's good stuff. It's really, really funny. So it's all subculture, drug culture. You know, back in those days, marijuana was illegal. So all these are around marijuana culture. So if you smoked weed, you knew about the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In the States. If you were like, you know, at all into that scene,
like
you knew these
counterculture and
guys.
yeah.
Yup. And that's all I was into. I didn't like pop culture. I like counterculture my whole life. So yeah, I used to have, I think I still have this comic in particular with
See,
them three running down the street like
I
that.
can imagine if you're like say because I met when I first started meeting people that were into graphic novels, and I would make the mistakes of saying, "Oh, like they're like comics for young adults or adults," and they go, "No, they're not. They're graphic novels. They're completely different." Like, okay, and I can imagine their frustration being similar to mine when, like, I wanted to go and see the first feature-length animation film made without a camera, which was Toy Story, and the group of people I was with were like, "No, we don't want to see that. It's for kids," and I'm like, "No, I don't think it is. I think it's for kids and adults." like
Right.
kind of like The Simpsons, but even then, The Simpsons
Yes.
wasn't like as big as it is now. So it was just like for them, animation was for kids, and I'm like, I've been watching animation from around the world, talking about different things on Channel 4 for years, and I was like, it was so disappointing because it was either that, or because of the part of London we were in, it was going to be either that, like a film in Punjabi, or
Mhm.
Broken Arrow with John Travolta and somebody, and I was like, Broken Arrow looks
Oh my God.
rubbish, and then we ended
I
up
know. It's like, no.
we
I
ended
wanna
up
go see
seeing
the
that, and I'm
cartoon.
like, we could have watched Toy Story. And we went to
Yeah,
see
I would have watched
Broken
Toy Story.
Arrow. What the
I see. I would have watched Toy Story with you. I guess people have called me a big kid or whatever, but I still watch Bugs Bunny. I
Oh no, I
call
love
it.
all that. Yeah.
I have DVD. I used to have DVDs of that. I gotta reclaim, but I call the funny pages the intellectual pages. I even belong to a website that now gives me comic strips. I did a paper in college about Prometheus and found a comic strip on there it was called Prometheus, and it was
nice.
we
That's
had the
funny
eagle
because
pulling on
when-
his liver. Even it was
When
hysterical.
he sent that link for the program about Mad on YouTube, the first thing that comes up on that is a quote from William Blake. And isn't it William Blake that did the painting Prometheus? Didn't he do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he
Look it
did.
up.
I don't know a lot
did.
of William Blake, but I do know that, again, some of his paintings, some people would look at and go, oh my God, that's horrific. But it's like, well, they're based on Greek myths, and some of you guys declare that's the bedrock of our civilization. But now you're calling, like, have you ever read the Bible? Like, seriously?
Well, right.
Some
I
of the
mean,
stuff
first of
in
all,
there
there's
will make your
cannibalism
toes
in the
curl.
Bible, so get over it.
It's
And we were talking about in a chat the other day, Joya. Okay, so I was talking about Spanish artists and how, like, they're some of my favorite artists ever, and they are. Joya did this painting, and I'd screwed up and said it was Uranus. It's not Uranus. It's Saturn. It was Saturn eating his children. Ooh, let me
Right.
find that. It's so good.
Right, yeah, I think I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
hold up. Hold on.
Yeah, I
Hold
remember
my
that one.
beer.
What I'm
Hold
doing
on, this
right
is good
here,
stuff.
Yeah.
that's Saturn
Yep.
eating Chrono, or was it Chronos? I think
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
Chronos.
Chronos, Saturn, same guy,
It's
different
fucking
name in
love
my
that
opinion.
shit.
Yeah.
Joya. There we go. Oh, it's so horrific.
Yeah, look.
That's a close up of it, right? So here's the whole painting. It's nasty. Ah,
Oh,
that
but
is now
I-
that may be offensive to some people, but that is Greek myth.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
he did. He ate his children.
It
Nasty.
put up some Hieronymus Bosch,
Okay.
like Garden of Earthly. Was it Garden
Oh,
of Earthly Delights
yeah.
or something like that? Or it's like a 3-panel painting. It
Hell.
was just all sorts of bonkers shit going on.
Here we go. Is
Yeah.
that one? Garden
Yeah.
of Earthly Delights. Oh, that's gross.
There's like it's like bird faced people with like trumpets coming out of their butts. And there's like
Yeah.
there's like an
Let's
egg shaped
see
guy
here.
with like a bunch of little.
I got a
things coming out of
close
his
up of
ass.
this disgusting thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because some people will say, "Oh, look at the stuff that's in the media now.
There
It's
you
the collapse of
go.
civilization." It's like, have you seen some of the stuff that used to draw way back when? Really? You've seen some of it?
That's
Yeah.
messed up. Here you go. I'll close it
It's
up
like a-
here.
It's like a Where's Waldo of like.
Oh
just-
my god! Of horror.
It's almost kind of like pole vaults, little AI things.
It
they
is.
sell.
Oh my god! Where's Valerie? Oh, Jesus!
Nice.
I hope nowhere in this. This
Hey,
is
James.
terrible. Hey James. So this kind of
Hi,
art
James.
might not be good for you. And it's so,
Yeah.
you know what this reminds me of? It's like the art, the type of art. It's like in the books of hours for prayer, you know,
Right.
from the Renaissance. So it's all very proper. And it looks like they use the, you know, lapis lazuli paint for the blue and everything, but it's so effed up. Like literally. Like what is that that's scaring me? This. What is this? It's scaring me.
I don't know, but like if you go up and like to the right, there's like somebody who's like an egg shaped thing.
Right
And
here.
then
yeah.
like there's like There's like things coming out of his.
There's an
broken
ear
ass.
here.
With
There's
an
like
ear
2
with a
ears and a
knife.
knife. What the fuck is
Some like
this?
drum, like a drum down there, or like some like a bird.
You know what this
eating a
reminds me of?
person.
Okay, I gotta see. The Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy Elton John cover. Captain Fantastic cover.
Yeah, right.
It's so okay. When I was a little kid, my brother had this album, and I studied this stupid piece of art. Let's see. So and I was like 3, and I would just be like, on this piece of art, right? Because it tripped me out. What did I do? No, all of us. There we go. Pro streamer. I can do this fast. No. All right, this thing. This is a trip. Look at all that's going on. Okay, there's Elton, and there's his keyboard and his fresh chaps and everything, right? And all of this going on. Oh my God. There's stuff in bubble notes, and there's what's his face? All right, yeah. I guess I'm too tired to remember. Bernie Taupin, thank you. It just 404 not found for a second. And then there's the guitar player as a dove. What? How many tabs did you people take before you did this painting? And then this thing, what is that? It looks like something out of Star Wars. Okay, so
I have not seen that one before. That's
from the 70s, the Captain Fantastic album.
John. That's one of the things people say that they miss about vinyl as opposed to CDs. You would get the artwork in a decent quality on a big scale, and now it's all like Diddy. So
yeah, when I
and
was
like the fold outs as well.
This is probably.
Hey,
when did the album come out? I don't remember. I think
Stay on the pod.
What year was it?
What's that?
Year.
What is that? In
75. So I was 2 years old, right? So it was 1975, and all there was vinyl or 8 tracks, and that was kind of a novelty, really. But my brother had this album, and it opened up into this whole thing, this whole art piece, and I just loved that. Because, even as a little kid, I was really interested in, like, bold, colorful, crazy art. And so this immediately attracted me. I was also into R. Crumb. R. Crumb actually did American greetings cards back in the day to make money. So he was doing all the underground art, but he wasn't making any money at it. So how he would make money is working for American Greetings.
Charlie.
And my dad had those greeting cards in his store.
Annie.
So I remember the R. Crumb drawings from these American greeting cards. And so I started seeing the underground art, and I'm like, I know this. I know this art. It was cool.
What style is that?
What's that?
What kind of style? Mm-hmm.
I will show you. Let's see.
Because that's one of the things I like about going into WH Smith's here is that they'll do different types of card ranges. So you get like the funny, cheesy ones, the rude ones, and then you'll get like Victorian Albert Museum. So you'll get like lots of classic but different styles of paintings of different places and years, which is really cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you off it.
If you can't afford to go to London to go to a gallery, go to WH Smith's and look at their cards.
Nice. One of these days, I'm gonna get to the UK. It is on the show.
I did go to London Museum years ago, and that was, oh man, I could spend like a year just wandering around in there. It's like
my problem
so
is
much.
I've got friends in Scotland, so I have friends in Glasgow. Plus, I have family there. Then there's Hugh, and then there's all the rest of people. I got them from the north to the south. It's like. Yeah. I need to spend like 2 weeks there.
Yeah.
It would, I seriously do. I would need to do it in 2 trips, I guess. I don't know how it would do.
Yeah, I mean, because, I mean, that's it. Like England, Scotland, Wales, Northern and Southern Ireland, they're like each one you could spend. Like,
wanna go to
there's a
Ireland,
lot in all
too.
of them. There's
That's
a lot.
another. That's I had my great grandfather was English and he married an Irish woman. So last name was Sutton, but my grandmother's last name was McOwen. So they were very Irish, and my grandfather had red hair and blue eyes. So we were very.
Ah,
It came
cool.
through very strong. Anyway, here is our crumb, and this is the really famous drawing. Keep on Truckin' from the 1970s.
Oh, see, somebody mentioned that in chat, and I wondered if I recognise it just
Yeah.
as something that people say, but I couldn't think where from.
Now, the thing about the Keep on Truckin' thing, okay, there's a whole controversy around it because what happened to him is he was an underground artist, right? He was independent. So
Right.
what happened was is some guy wanted to make money, ripped off his drawing and started to make bumper stickers. And so this is where this image was seen everywhere. It was not this whole comic, which I had in a book. It was called Head Comics.
Right.
And it was in that book. His underground comic, it was called Head Comics.
Yeah.
And with an X and X. So this was in there, but some dude ripped it off and then started mass producing it on T-shirts and bumper stickers, and everybody started putting on. And he got mad, but he was too poor to sue them,
Oh,
so
man.
he never got any money out of any of that stuff.
No.
ever. Yeah.
And now it's like mega famous, and like me, you just know it as a thing,
Exactly.
but don't know where. Oh, that sucks.
Yep. And so he gives a little history. This is his official page on Instagram. I totally recommend. He's a really cool guy. He actually lives in France now with his
Oh,
wife.
so he's still going.
Oh yeah, he's an
All
old
right.
dude, but yeah, he's still
Oh,
going.
we kept on trucking then. Fuck.
He's yeah, man. He's crazy. He's-
Nice.
he's the only one of the artists I never got to meet. I just keep missing him. He was in my old hometown. I missed him. I was so mad. I was like,
Oh no, don't. Yeah.
you know, it's just like by a day. I'm like, why didn't I see that?
I-
You know,
yeah.
because I've got all his books. I would just pay him.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that's-
Here's $40. Sign a couple of them, would you please? Because I am just a ridiculously huge fan. Gary, woo,
Yeah.
what's up?
I rather stupidly didn't see Porter's Head when I could have done in the like 96,
Oh.
97 or something. Because I saw
Yeah.
posters and assumed it must be for the next city over. They'd never come to my dump of a town because they would, you know, and I was just
I
like,
love Portis.
and then I found out like 6
Oh.
months later, oh no, they did. And I'm like, what?
That's what I would do with Queens of the Stone Age. I would find out, or Soundgarden too, for a while. I would miss their show, and I'd be like, "What the hell? I gotta get some alerts or something." And finally, like, I put an alert on something, and we get like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to that show. I'm going to that show. I'm going to that show.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like now that I follow people on YouTube primarily, sometimes they'll do like a tour announcement, and I'll be like, "Oh!" So yeah, next as soon as I get all my debts cleared off, I'm gonna start keeping a lookout for
Yeah.
bands that I want to see. So yeah,
I just like canceled a bunch of streaming services and monthly crap just so I can possibly afford another concert, because I'm going to see Queens of the Stone Age. They're opening for Foo Fighters, which
oh nice.
I'm not a huge Foo Fighters fan, but it'll be a good show. It'll
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
be a great show. And so I'm looking forward to that and seeing Queens of the Stone Age, because I just saw him in the Catacombs show, which was very cool. And speaking of not getting the memo,
Uh-oh.
I didn't watch Instagram close enough, and my girlfriend didn't think it was like a big deal. She saw it, but she'd never. I introduced her to Queens of the Stone Age with this show, and it was a very different. So the band went to the Catacombs. If you go to YouTube to the Queens of the Stone Age site, they have all their videos that they did there, and I totally recommend it. It's so good. In the Catacombs, did a bunch of their songs acoustically, because they did some electronics, but they had to run all of the electronics off of a car battery because they are literally in the catacombs in France.
I was just going to ask, were they in Paris?
Yes.
Or under Paris? Under Paris.
Under Paris.
Wow.
And so all of the dripping, so they're using kind of the drips with the music, and it's just so haunting, and all the cool lighting they did, and it's so good. And Josh singing, because his voice is just amazing. But they redid that in a concert. So I got to go down to see it with my friend, and she had never known about it, but she goes, "Oh yeah," when we get there, she goes, "Oh yeah, I guess we were supposed to dress in like ball gowns and stuff." I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me?" So we're there in like, our rock and roll gear, and everybody's like dressed to the nines, very dark clothing. Like it was like dark ballroom, like goth ballroom.
That would be cool.
I was like, I want to do that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
awesome.
So I missed my opportunity there. I was kind of bummed out. I did not get the memo.
I used to have a shirt that was kind of like Interview with a Vampire shirt, white with a massive like white ruff down the front and stuff.
Yeah, like New Romantic.
Really cool. Yeah.
John Taylor.
Yeah.
I love that. That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Were they put there by a man downtown? Yay!
What is that? Peaches?
Peach is a big fucking can.
Those
Peaches
are
in
good.
a can.
I want some now.
$1.50 for this big fucking. This
it's the
is
best
the
way to
fork.
eat peaches.
Nice. That's a proper can of peaches.
That's
That is
right.
a proper can of peaches.
We
It
don't get
is.
that size here. I want a can that size.
I
Saves
do
me a trip to the
too.
kitchen.
It's
Making me
it's like
hungry.
30 ounces. That's like 30 ounces or 825,
Oh, man, I love
825
peaches in a
grams of.
can. I mean, I love
Yum.
fresh peaches as well, but
Teaches of
Oh.
peaches.
Art was mentioning Harvey Picar, American
Another
Spender.
great one.
Don't-
Yes, American Splendor. Okay, let me find that. Yes, thank you, Will. I appreciate that
Hey,
because
real quick, I
Another
want to
great
show something too. I want this right here.
Oh
This
yeah, I
is
saw
art.
that. I was thinking, what's
This-
that?
This is art from a magic card
Oh,
called
right.
called Aeromoeba.
Oh.
This is the kind of
oh,
shit
that's
that
cool.
No, I
It's
really
just
like it.
It's just there's just something about like these kinds of this art
Oh,
style.
looky. You know what
Yeah,
that
no, I
reminds
like
me
it.
of? Like art like Boris.
Hey.
Leela! Yay!
Yeah.
That reminds me of
Hello.
Boris.
I'm still
Oh.
wearing my clothes from last night.
I almost did. I was like, I
Not the
need to
sweater,
change.
totally different jacket, totally different.
Whatever. It's, you know what?
Yeah, see, just because I didn't do this with anybody else, but I want you to see what the no sugar diet does.
Nice.
Oh,
I know. If I could quit sugar, I'd be fine. I can't
My
quit
fucking
it.
61-year-old fucking midriff. Bitches!
My
Just
midriff
eat-
will never look
just
like that
eat
again. I had a car accident, and I've got a
fruit.
big old zipper, and just it's done. I will never show
I'll
it
catch
again.
up to you. I'm gonna catch up to you eventually, Leela. I will catch up
Are
to
you?
you. I'm gonna be skinny.
Well, let's start our yoga program.
You know,
Peaches.
I'm
Yoga
gonna.
and
I have to
peaches.
start yoga this week, and but no amount of ab working or anything has gotten my actual ab area flat. I have tried everything, and it's because they cut through my whole abdominal wall
Yeah.
at a
What?
point, and that pretty much screwed everything for me. So yeah, I
have
I'm
2
done.
babies, so this isn't exactly.
called
this is
Shaper
what I
Mint.
would. This is
Well, you're doing great.
adult female. This is adult female flat. This isn't like
That's
like
that.
flat
Look,
flat.
I would look. I
You
would
wouldn't
need
wanna lick
plastic
them. You wouldn't
surgery to
wanna
get
lick
to
them.
that.
They're not lickable. They're too soft and mushy.
We're girls. We're supposed
Soft
to
and
be
mushy.
soft and mushy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me share this thing. Harvey Picar.
Soft and
So
mushy
we're
can
doing
also
now.
be
Now we've
lickable.
gone to like. But what I like about this is it's totally on subject. We are on like underground comics.
yeah.
because it
I-
does have to do with like dissonant, like, you know, is this art good for you, bad for you? I've been looking at it my whole life, so you tell me.
You know, I
Because
gotta
I'm
say,
looking like
Leela,
this.
your band is very disciplined. They're not making a single noise, and they're staying perfectly still.
They're very well
What?
behaved.
Your band, they're just not even playing or making any noise, and they're just
No.
staying perfectly
Musical
still. It's
statues.
like,
Yeah, I know. Oh, these guys back here.
yeah, those guys.
Yeah. I don't know. We went into the StreamYard after, and I got tired. I was getting distracted from talking to people because I was still watching all the visuals. So I just flipped to a different background, and now I have a different background, and I didn't really think about it or anything.
Yeah.
So thanks
here's
a lot.
Here's the Harvey Picar right there. He's a brilliant artist and writer. So I was very into that.
So is this what kind of storyline
under-
kind of thing did he do? Because
It's
this looks
like
more like
his
it's more
life.
like storytelling as opposed to comic.
It's
It
like
was
Pulp
his
Fiction.
life. It's
Almost-
his life, but in kind of a Pulp
like
Fiction.
fictionalized autobiography kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of
Right.
like his struggles, his health struggles, living single, breaking up with his woman, you know, having to live after that, like, you know,
Right.
just like, you know, male struggles in the 80s and 90s. He
Right.
did this stuff
Okay.
kind of more in the late 80s. So it's like life in New York. An older single
mid-80s.
man in New York in the 80s.
That's
yeah.
interesting. See, 'cause, yeah, just think like things like this would give you a different perspective, because you could read a novel that was essentially doing the same thing in a gritty style, but you got somebody
Yeah.
here that's doing a mixture of words and like a realistic drawing style as well. But
Here's one.
that fits the tone by the looks of it of the stories that he's telling.
So there's we were talking about graphic novels versus comic books, etc. There's this graphic novel. It's called Persepolis. Let me see if I can get an image of it right here. This graphic novel,
Okay.
I think this is one of the most important pieces of artwork of our time, because it tells the story. It's an autobiography. Marjane Satrapi. She's Persian from Iran, and it's about her teenage life, young and teenage life, and what happened. She's a Gen Xer, and she's my age, and she lived through the time of the taking over the Ayatollah Khomeini. So
Right.
it went from like
Yeah.
a free society to a religious society.
Because that was 79, right?
Yeah, and
So she
was
would have
born
been
in-
like 5 or 6 or something.
She would have been about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And so she wrote this from the perspective, the first book, I haven't read the second one yet, but the first one is from the perspective of a teenager. And when I read that, it really, I identify with her. Hey,
Hey,
Jade.
Jade.
I
Jade.
totally identify with Marjane. She was a punk. She listened
Right.
to punk music. I'm a punk, you
Yeah,
know.
because
She didn't.
the pictures of some places in Iran pre 79, and then it's completely different.
It's completely different. They had a freer
Yeah.
society, but then
Yeah.
they voted in the Islamic government, and once they did that, everything closed down. And that was, you know, it really it opened up like a dialogue for I think all Middle Eastern people, for us to, especially at that time with 9/11 and everything, it was really important to do that, you know. And a lot of those people, you know, I have family that's Arabic, and they were getting horribly discriminated against.
Yeah.
So to be able to understand them from a different perspective is really important, I think. It's like,
Yeah, 'cause
not
that-
all of us wanted this shit, you know?
Because the thing is, I remember pre 9/11, I didn't know literally. Well, I don't really think I knew anything about Islam or Muslim or whatever. And then after that, because of all the stuff going on, And I had people who would say things to me that I knew, and I was like, "Oh, hang on a minute." Like, I grew up in Christian church. There are terrorists that have done it in the name of Christianity, like Breivik,
all
for
over the
example.
place.
And
The
all of my
Crusades.
Yeah.
family, bar me and my sister on both sides of the pond, are Christian. So you
Right.
can't.
Mine
So
too, but-
therefore, all of my family are terrorists because they're Christian. Doesn't make any sense. Because
No,
I always find just
absolutely not.
try
And when that
switch it around. I try and do that with everything. I see how people talk about women in some situations and think, well, how would I feel as a bloke if they were saying that about men just because I'm a
and there
man,
are some people that say that about men, and I get offended at that too, because you
Yeah.
can't say that about any one group of people ever. It's not fair and it's stupid. It's
Yeah.
actually dumb and not intelligent to say that.
Yeah.
I think there's a logical fallacy name for that. it escapes me right now.
I mean,
It crosses
Yeah.
so many that
Yeah.
it's like just some of it's just illogical.
Most
But-
talking points come from logical fallacies. Because they're talking points. They're designed to be thought stopping.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's just
get you feeling something rather than feeling something negative rather than getting you to think something through, like kind of dispassionately.
well, and yeah, because I guess that doesn't make interesting television.
Because I mean, I would try like about something like that as well. Like I think like the emotions in myself even might come first, but then I'm like, okay, look at this more calmly, then and then have a blending of the two. Like, how do I feel about this, and how do I think about this thing, rather than just complete logic or complete knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, here's another great one.
Yeah.
Another great graphic novel.
Oh, when
that
did the Persol? I don't know how to pronounce. say the other
Persepolis?
one. Yeah, when did that come out?
That one came out, I want to say, in the 90s. Let's see.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of Mouse. I don't know if you've seen Mouse.
I
before.
love Mouse. Mouse is one of the
Oh.
original.
No,
yeah,
but
Mouse is
I saw that
classic.
referenced in the last couple of years, and I thought it looked really good. Have you read it?
Yes,
I've
read
haven't,
Mouse.
but I've seen like I've previewed it. Like
I had an
Yeah.
ex that he was a Jew, and he was he was kind of serious about it, and so he did a whole paper on that graphic novel once
Oh,
in
okay.
college. But Persepolis was released in 2000, and then Volume 2 in 2001.
Oh wow! Just
that was
wow!
that. But
Yeah.
So straddling that time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and right after that, 9/11, 2001.
Yeah.
It was just so important to that's such an important piece. I encourage you all to read that, and it's a really enjoyable read. You've got pictures, and it's really good art. It's
Pictures.
amazing.
Yeah, I
So-
might be treading down a dark path here, but I can't help but just suddenly think that I wonder if maybe Jeffrey Epstein caused 9/11.
Oh, now we're gonna. Get
I mean,
into
we might as
conspiracy
well
theories.
I mean,
Well-
I'm sure it's not the first time it's been suggested, because there are plenty of people that were saying like, "Oh, it was a Jewish conspiracy," blah blah. So
I mean, if you just want to just talk about the broader scope of how all of this shit's connected to just the Mossad and
Well, that's
know,
it.
this
Now
and
you
that.
can just
Yeah.
stop right there, because that's what it is. And the
It's just
thing
all
is
of
that
it. All
some
of
of the
it and
people he
everybody.
put in there aren't necessarily had anything to do with them. He just thought they should be investigated, and knew that once he was gone and they found those papers, they would investigate everyone in there. And so he just stuck people in there that he just thought should be investigated. That's,
But I mean, I
the
don't
guy
know,
was a
I think there's
louse
lot
and
of-
an evil.
there's a
Okay,
lot of-
but
there's a
that
lot
is
of really-
interesting.
What?
really fucked up connections, and
Yeah.
it's just at this point, it's why not just
yeah,
Go
that
all out.
that whole thing of some of the worst things about the reactionary right being seeded on 4chan, and I've seen, like I say, discourse that was online, debates amongst young Americans 10 years ago, and how that's gradually shifted into mainstream chat. The word "cuck," for example, even it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or
Just
Spurg.
Yeah, just absolutely
There's
nuts.
a lot of
And it's not
great.
it's not going
Hey,
away
CWS?
either.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
starting to come over
crazy.
here more. Like it. The first time I really remember seeing it is when we had people saying "my body, my choice" about vaccinations in London. These
Oh,
were British people, and I'm
okay.
like, oh, here we go. And yeah, there's more
Right.
and more of it coming over from MAGA to the UK, or they're trying to, including
Okay.
this Christian nationalism, for example, as well.
Mm.
So yeah,
Oh, that's so bad.
yeah,
I gotta send
When
you
their
an IG
politicians are
video
getting
of
all the
Blimey.
vaccinations and all the fancy treatments when they catch the disease anyway at the super spreader events
Mhm.
that
But
they
that's not
want to kill their
just
face
Mhm.
with.
the
Mhm.
Rona,
Mhm.
right? I wanna stress it's not just the Rona, it's
Yeah.
everything. Okay,
Well,
because what
measles,
me
there's
and
measles
Kurt,
everywhere now.
when
Yeah,
Kurt and I
yeah, and we
went
get
through this,
measles here too
okay,
now.
when he got really sick, when he started getting sick, the damn pandemic hit, and the pandemic screwed us because no doctor would see us. Because what are we? We're just some lower middle class idiots that don't flip and matter. If he had been some politician or some muckety muck, they would have had him in U of M in 2 seconds, and he never would have lost his legs. I know it. Because
No,
it's the level
that's
of money that you have here and of notoriety
mm,
and all of that BS. Okay, it makes me mad. It really does. I'm
that's crazy though.
angry about that.
Even as you say, because that's another thing. Is like some middle class people will go, "Oh, well, it's never going to affect me, so I don't care." It's like, well, you shouldn't. You should care
Wrong.
even if it doesn't directly affect
Yeah.
you. And
Because
B,
just
what
get
makes you
really
think
sick.
you're immune? It's
Right.
like
Try to
seriously.
get and the problem is people that say that never had stuff like the C word, cancer. Okay?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They never
Mhm.
had a serious autoimmune disease that nobody could figure out.
Yeah.
Something like that, okay? And
Right.
and so they say naively, "Oh, blah blah blah." But I mean, try to go through the system.
Mm.
If you're
Yeah.
just middle class, or if like all we were, because the two of us were, Kurt couldn't work, and we were in the middle of getting disability. It was just me. We were lower middle class. We were just surviving on my
Hey,
paychecks.
speaking of the healthcare system and rich people, I see you have RFK Jr. Queued up over here.
But
Swamp Thing. That's awesome.
Speaking of the swamp
is
thing,
that when he went? Is that when he went
I
swimming
love
in the
this
filtered
segue.
river with his kids near that sewer outlet pipe?
yeah,
or
they've all
whatever?
got
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah, the Potomac
This is
River.
why
Yeah,
easy
right.
streams.
There's a
right there.
sewage
Mhm.
leak
Yeah.
going into the Potomac, and you got
Mhm.
RFK Jr.'s like, put on your bathing suits, kids, we're going swimming.
I'm dying. Oh, that was good. Oh, good jokey. That was awesome.
I do kids' birthday party.
As we were getting on this subject, I pulled this up. Alan Moore is one of my favorite comic book artists.
Alan Moore knows the score.
Alan Moore. Okay, my favorite though. Okay, two of my favorite
Yeah.
Alan Moores because Alan Moore. Okay, is Swamp Thing. This will make you. This is a comic book. Okay, a comic book
That's beautiful.
that will
though. That picture on
either
the right
make or
there just
ruin your
looks,
life.
even
Yeah,
small. That picture looks really cool.
It's amazing. The
That would be
art
cool
in that
as like a
book.
1,000 piece puzzle.
Mhm.
Totally.
Swamp
Really
Thing.
hard to do,
And
but
that's
it
the
would be...
cover. I think I saw there. It's a video. No, I just wanted to show a picture of it
Whoa.
because it's so pretty. I mean, he's
Oh.
cool. So if I could get it big. Okay, let me try to share this
Pretty
one.
cat.
I'll share this one.
This fucking
Hello, pie.
Neil pretty
Pie,
cat.
pie,
There he
pie.
is. That's pretty.
cute.
And he's holding the so he's like Hulk,
There's a
right?
bird
And he
right
got
up there
caught
just
in
chilling.
a gamma ray accident, but instead of turning into the Hulk, he fell into a swamp and became an earth elemental.
Nice.
And so he can grow flowers out of him.
That's
Yeah,
so
there's
cool.
just like a bird
Yeah.
just chilling right there. Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a really nice picture, isn't it?
He's a super peaceful
it.
character, but he's scary. Hey, G-Mate, good to see ya.
Mate.
I love chimeric
Um,
kind of creatures, you know.
what's
Mm.
up, Gina?
Yeah,
Like-
the
like that.
elementals always fascinated me because,
would be-
I mean, this is a possibility in nature, in my
So he's
opinion.
a
really
gentle
cool.
green giant, is he?
Yeah, like it's entities that they just spawn from nature. You know, in this
It would
case,
be-
it was enhanced. He used to be a human being, and now he's an elemental.
It would make
Gamma
for a
rays,
really
right.
cool magic card. That would
Wouldn't
that,
it?
like
Oh,
like
and that's what I wanted to
perfect,
find
like,
too. Okay,
I
so
wonder, because you can get different themes with magic cards now, right, E?
Yeah, well, they're doing a lot of like universes, like licensing.
Yeah, because I'm
you know,
wondering, I
stuff
bet
like that.
there's maybe a flavour of magic cards that are already doing that kind of thing.
I
Jade,
think there's some like,
woohoo!
hi Jade.
Ted.
Let me get rid
Ted.
of this.
Yay!
Really.
There we go.
Hey.
Now we'll have some intelligent conversation. No, it's really.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Finally, someone with a brains come
Yeah.
in.
Those
Cunt.
are some content.
Hey, wait a second.
Some
I've got a
content.
brain. I just don't use it.
Oh, I was just talking about myself.
Those
I left
tits
my
are
brain somewhere last night. I don't know where. Not exactly sure.
Are you
In a
still wearing the
field.
same shirt from yesterday too?
Somewhere in
No, you're
London.
not. That's from this morning.
She's got like just a whole wardrobe of them. I'm sure, like closet. Every
No,
just a bunch of
this
shirts
is
and
my
stuff.
only one, actually. That's my only.
Let's just see what the other shirts say.
I don't buy my own merch. And I've got that.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys in the
merch.
chat, you gotta watch out. There's a vortex that keeps sucking you into the show.
She just wakes up here.
I
Yeah.
live on
Wakes up with us.
YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Well, so do I. It's it's the way
It's
it
a thing,
is.
huh?
But yeah, I don't know. So I was gonna show some art by Boris because it reminded me of what E was showing. Why did it give me some? Okay, artist. It gave me the guy from the UK, the PM from the UK. I'm looking for Boris Vallejo, and I get a PM from the UK. That was frightening. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, I should change my name.
Boris.
It's so funny.
Boris.
Although
What a
that
name.
fits Lila of this place with the
Here's
mushroom.
Boris.
Wait.
He did Pretty Guys.
Ooh, that's fucking rad.
Boris Vallejo, yeah. Oh wait, that's a YouTube.
Are they
video,
are they
crap.
Spanish?
Yes. I
Okay.
don't know what he's Latino. I'm not sure what nationality.
Right.
But yeah, just really talented artist. He did a lot of heavy metal. The magazine Heavy Metal.
Oh,
And Julie
right.
Bell. Julie Bell was his partner. His I don't think they were married, but they were together. So that was a neat kind of fantasy artist. And like I know like back then some women would get upset at the comics. They would get offended because all the women just have big tits and skinny waists and stuff. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, look who's drawing them. But even like then you got artists like, okay, here's another one here's one
Like
of my
that's a
favorite
problem.
artists.
Like that. What do you see any of the
I don't
dudes
see
in
that
there?
as
Are
a
the
problem.
dudes dumpy
Oh, no,
or
no
whatever?
shit.
They're all buff too.
I don't see it as a problem. I'm not
I'm sorry,
offended
but
by
I don't want
boobs.
fantasy artwork with Lizzo on it. Okay?
I know, right? It's not my thing either. I really like all the, beautiful women and Boris Vallejo and all that stuff. But then you get an artist like Jill Thompson who did a lot of the Neil Gaiman Sandman comics.
Right.
And she does a comic I love called Scary Godmother.
The scary
She
godmother.
is
Nice.
fun, and kids. And you were talking about comics that Limey earlier that kids and adults can get into.
Yeah.
That's Scary Godmother. You could read it to a little kid; it would not scare them. It's very friendly, but it's super. An adult would get the humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not.
Works on
But
two
she
levels
also
at the same
did-
time.
She did for Sandman. She did a treatment of Death, and Death
Cool.
is my favorite character from the Endless.
Yeah, a lot of people
Sandman.
like Death.
Yeah, she's cool. You know, she's a skinny teenager with black hair, you know, goth
Should-
girl. She's very cool though. So
Should-
that's where I got into Jill.
You show this this picture that I've got up here on my.
Oh yeah.
This one's another from Magic. It's a
Oh,
Mystic
here.
Skyfish.
Oh.
It's a
Oh,
fish that
that's
can
cool.
fly.
A flying fish.
Rad.
There's real flying fish.
Like that's something I would love to have as a tattoo. Honestly, like that's
Yeah.
They introduced some type of fish into Lake Michigan that jumps like flies.
Yeah.
And it's invasive. It's an invasive species, but you'll be riding in a boat down the lake, and all of a sudden, like, fish will start jumping and hit you. Whap,
Yeah.
whap, whap, whap.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen video of that.
It's painful. It's not fun.
Yeah.
not
Get hit in the
good.
face by wet fish, flying fish. Yeah.
It's not a good thing. I don't recommend it ever.
it's that
Fish
fish
in your
smell that
face.
hits you. The fish smell that actually hits you.
It's like it's nothing. I saw a video of it once. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go down that tributary anytime soon in a boat without a cover.
It's where you just gotta go to like you gotta have like a baseball bat, just boom, pop, and jump up.
Now,
And just,
that might be fun. You're like fishing, you know? Take your bat. I'm going fishing. What? You're just ready the boat. But you'd have to have a boat you could stand in. You couldn't do it like a little fishing boat because you probably go right over the edge.
and don't fall and try to hit a home run.
Or you can make
You
it
don't
an
wanna go
Olympic
ass over
sport.
to
Yeah.
Make them skip. Make 'em skip.
Balance on it with a baseball bat and try to hit the fish as they come.
Skeet fishing.
Yay! We could invent a whole new sport here, guys. Is there any money in it?
There's that shooting that fish in a barrel. I mean, that apparently that's like a saying because I know my dad or my grandfather or somebody used to say that to me.
Well, didn't they have like the break dancing at the last Summer Olympics?
What?
Is that how you get speeded in 4K?
Well, didn't that one woman, like, I forgot where she was from, but
She's from
like,
Australia, I think.
was she from Australia?
Ray Gun.
Yeah,
was it
that's it.
Ray Gun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Aw,
I'm
why did they
surprised she
do
didn't.
that?
Herself because man, she copped so much shit when she got
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I
It
kind
was
of felt
cruel.
bad for her. That was mean. That just leave her alone. You know,
They
really.
had a whole video
Why did they
that I
make that
couldn't-
breakdancing an Olympic sport? Anyway, that
Like,
is
I
that
had a
her
whole-
fault?
in
Really?
2026.
I'm
I had a
sorry.
whole video that I couldn't post on YouTube because of copyright bullshit. So I had to post it on Rumble.
yeah, the Olympics are really tight.
Ugh.
Until my dad had
Yeah.
knee surgery, he used to embarrass me by breakdancing like Ray Gun when we would go out. Fortunately, people really liked him, so it still worked out. But
It was
it's just embarrassing when he first starts spinning on his back on the floor like a dead beetle. I'm like, what the fuck, Dad?
To be honest, there's no way I could do any better.
No.
I mean,
Oh no!
I
And
could
you
never
get down
do
and do
that.
like, like the Cossack dancing where you're
Yeah.
like you're
Yes.
squatting near the floor and you're kicking your legs out.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
That
Has
just,
I
anybody ever
know.
tried
I can't
that?
do that anymore either.
I
Try
tried that
spinning.
once.
try spinning with a bad back and just
Right?
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
a couple of
My
friends that could
spindles,
really break dance.
aren't gonna
But
fucking do that shit.
my knees have never been that good. Okay, ever in my life to be able to break dance.
I'm just
Seriously,
gonna stick with voguing.
it it was bad enough learning how to dive in on a volleyball team. And
Voguing
I
in the
lasted all of
Olympics,
1
like-
year.
I thought you were going to say how to dive into an audience.
That wasn't that bad because I would have friends there
Yeah.
catch me. You see, some people didn't get that, you know, when you're stage diving, you have to have people in position at least, just in case you don't hit the floor, because I've seen people where the crowd split and they just
Yeah.
went,
Oh, absolutely.
and we went, ah, bye. Usually it was on
That
purpose.
happened to
People
a
you
guy I
didn't
knew, and
like.
he like broke his hip because he just jumped at the wrong moment. There was a hole in the crowd, hit the deck, and was on crutches for like months and months afterwards. Yeah.
I knew a girl that broke her leg doing that dumb stuff. It's like,
Don't
she
be a
was
fat
not
person.
experienced and
Don't be
thought
a
she was cool and stage
Fat
dove and the
person
crowd
trying to
split.
stage dive. Everyone just moves the fuck out of the way.
It's the crowd splitting.
like Moses parting
Yeah,
the Red Sea.
I've been in an audience where that I witnessed it. It was like almost right in front of me. It was just like, oh god, ooh, that looks like it hurts. Yeah, if you're gonna do that, please have several people in different positions where they're definitely gonna catch your ass. Okay.
You have spotters.
Maybe just don't stage dive.
Well, in the word, you know, if you don't want to get felt up to as a woman, don't stage dive.
Yeah.
Just saying, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
In
I
any
used
type
to
of
have these
pit.
great platforms, and there was a stage. It was about, I don't know, maybe this high, like hip height, and I'm like 5'9" or 5'8" or something like that. And it, like, I would always just go kind of sail off of it and just land on my platforms. I did almost every night, just like that.
Nice.
And then one night there was this guy in there, and he was being a total douche nozzle because there was going to be karaoke at some point, and he wanted to sit there and drink his water after he practiced in the mirror doing his song, you know. And he's giving nothing. And anyway, like I start going for it, and he just glares at me, and then all of a sudden I fuck my landing up, and I broke my foot, and I have like
It's all his fault.
the show for like 2 more hours, and then get driven to the hospital.
Asshat.
I know, I've never been able to do it since. I miss it.
Like, how dare you look at me? All right, so we've been going for 2 hours. It is now 10:16. So
he's
I
back.
guess we have come to the end of another evening. That's pretty amazing. I talked through this again.
You had
So-
help.
Oh,
Absolutely. You guys always help. I love having you. Thank you all for coming, E, Limey, Jade, and Leela. And Rhett was here earlier. I appreciate you.
thanks for the invite.
As always, you guys are always
Thank you,
welcome.
chat.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming, everybody. And we will see you again next week with another subject. Have a good night.
Bye.
Here we go again.